What are you, like a magician or something?
Yeah. And what are you, a psychic?
Well, do a trick or something.
Well, what kind of trick?
Make this longer.
This guy is big, but this gun is stronger. Abracadabra, let's make it longer. Huh, whoops. Sorry about that. Who's the magician now?
That's amazing. Could you make it longer though?
This guy is big, this gun is stronger. Abracadabra, let's make it longer. How about that?
Dude, you're amazing. You are by far the greatest musician to ever live.
All right, that'll be 20 bucks.
I don't have any money.
I said that'll be $20.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And this here is a Glock. And my favorite flavor of Glock is a Glock 10mm. This is a Glock 20, and this has a 4.6-inch barrel. And I absolutely love it. But what I love more than the Glock 20 is the Glock 40. This has a 6-inch barrel and is chambered in 10mm, and this thing is a ton of fun to shoot. But today I have something a tad bit bigger. Today I have the super duper long slide Glock. This was made by Keeling Custom. They also made the super long slide 1911, and now they have made, to my knowledge, the longest Glock to ever exist. This is a Glock 20, but it now has a 16-inch barrel, a slide cut, and it is threaded. I am very excited about this thing. I have not shot it yet. I am curious to see if it will function and what kind of velocities are we going to get out of this thing with a 16-inch barrel. So now let's go get set up and get started. Okay, first things first, we're going to take a few shots with this thing and see if it will even function. I am loaded up with some 200 grain 10mm hard casts. Okay, let's see if it will even chamber. It does. We're off to a good start. We are 30 yards back. That is a very weird feeling. It's like the slide is moving in slow-mo. It's working. Oh. Wow. I am pretty impressed right now. Something this long in a semi-automatic platform, I'm really surprised that it functioned with all 15 rounds flawlessly. Does seem I'm hitting a little low, but that would be my only complaint right now. Well, I think this calls for a mag dump. You just got jammed. Oh, we almost made it. Had one round left and we jammed, but you know what? I would still say that's pretty good. And I really like this a lot. Let's have some more fun with it, shall we? So up next, we're going to be a little bit scientific. I am very curious to see what kind of velocity increase we are getting out of this 16-inch barrel. So up next, we're going to take one shot with the Glock 20, the Glock 40, and the Glock 40,000, all over this handy-dandy device called a chronograph. This measures the speed of our bullets, and it also doubles as my Wi-Fi router. Up first is the Glock 20 10mm, and I'm loaded up with a SIG 180 grain jacketed hollow point. Okay, here we go. 1,148 feet per second. Okay, same ammunition, but now we are using the Glock 40, and this has a 6-inch barrel. Here we go. 1,206 feet per second. Okay, now same ammunition, but out of the super duper long slide Glock 10mm. Here we go. 1,295 feet per second. So we almost gained 100 feet per second with the long slide Glock. Now there's just one last thing to do. You know the drill. Woo! Sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. Now, what were we doing? What were we doing? I don't know. Let's move on. So now we're going to see what happens when we hit some targets with some very high velocity 10mm. So our first target is going to be pimento cheese, and these are surprisingly explosive. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this thing is threaded. So now we're going to see what happens when we shoot this thing with a 45 Ghost suppressor. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. I'm going to go for the pimento cheese in the middle first. Okay, that doesn't sound half bad, and that is a pretty explosive. Oh, wow. Okay, we got one more. Here we go. That is awesome. Pretty stinking cool. Those rounds are definitely supersonic, but I don't think you'd be able to run subs in this. I don't know if it would actually cycle, but that's still pretty quiet and sounds pretty cool. Up next, we're gonna get fancy. I have 3 cans of escargot, AKA dirty, stinky snails. The smell of snails should pair quite well with the pimento cheese. Ah. Oh, wow, that popped that can, and those snails were flying. Oh! Oh, we got one more. Here we go. Oh! That's awful. So I don't exactly keep these snails in a suitable storage facility. It's just like a hot shed. So these little guys right here, oh, they are ripe. Yeah, take a look at that right there. Yeah. Straight up peeled those cans open. That is awesome. Well, I eat the snail, you subscribe to the channel. You don't have to subscribe, it's okay. So next I have some rather interesting ammunition that I'm very excited to try out in this long slide Glock. Our target is going to be 3 gallons of mayonnaise, and the ammunition that I'm going to be using is a long loss ammunition. This is 10mm RIP ammunition. About 8 years ago, these were all the rage. These are a solid copper round. They have a base plate, and then all of those little spikes you see are petals, and they're supposed to just shoot out and create multiple wound channels. I actually tested these out a long time ago, and they're not very effective, but I am curious to see what would happen with these out of a 16-inch barrel hitting mayonnaise. I'm not really sure if these are suppressor safe, so we're going unsuppressed for these. I also don't know if it will cycle the gun. Let's find out. I'm gonna go for the one on the right first. Oh! Wow. Hey, it cycled. That's surprising. Oh, no, it didn't. It did not. All right. Next target. Oh! All right, I bet you didn't cycle that one either. Nope. All right, last one. I'll tell you what, let's scoot up for this one. There you go. Oh! Oh gosh. Oh. That was a little, so nasty. There is a little hole inside right there, but I don't know what that's from. Maybe that is from a pedal. Not really sure. Oh man, that's nasty there. Ugh. Woo! It is hot. You know what else is hot? The desert, the Sonoran Desert. And if you want to get your start in firearms technology, be sure and check out Sonoran Desert Institute. There's a link in the description down below. You know, there ain't nothing better on a hot day than mayonnaise and chili with beans. So we're going back to suppressed, and I have some ammunition that I'm very excited to try out. These are Underwood ammo, 135 grain jacketed hollow points, 10 mil. These are screaming even out of a 4-inch barrel. So I'm very curious to see what happens when we shoot them out of the super duper long slide Glock. I do not know if they will function the slide though. Here we go. Chili on the right. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I just got pelted with beans. Those beans hit me so hard that I thought something had went wrong. Had a little flashback there for a second. Thought I was going to have to put a thumb in something. And for those of you who are new to the channel, a gun exploded on me. Go Google it. I feel like I should take a step backwards. I don't know. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. Oh! Oh, on the nose. On the nose. It's still raining chili. These rounds are ridiculous. What the heck? All right. Last one. Here we go. Oh, no. Oh! Oh! Look at this. Covered in chili. Wow. Okay. 135 grain jacketed hollow points in a 16-inch 10 millimeter. It's pretty much a high energy weapon. It's like a laser beam. So up next, we are gonna shoot some eggplant because nobody likes eggplant. This thing's actually cycling now. Oh, I don't know what happened, but this thing is now cycling with the 135 grain jacketed hollow points. Those things absolutely obliterated those eggplants. Well, let's go ahead and add another disgusting target to the wonderful array that we have out here now. This is Spam, and this is surprisingly quite explosive, both when you shoot it and when you eat it. I say we also hit these with the 135 grain jacketed hollow points because they seem to be pretty darn effective. Okay, let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, About like what happened with the beans. Oh! There's one more on the table, but it's laying down. Okay, so one of the cans came right back at me. It's kind of hard to tell where anything is right now because it's kind of a mess out here. Here's a little bitty piece of Spam. I'm gonna say that 135 grain jacketed hollow points out of a 10 mil though just straight up vaporize things. So, I don't know if you're aware or not, but Kentucky has a rodent infestation, and those rodents are called Furbies. These are the most wretched creatures to ever exist, and now we're gonna see if a long slide 10mm would be an effective weapon against such a wretched beast. Well, I got a little bit of mayonnaise on my gun. Let's have a look at the Furby. Ugh. Well, I blew all the mayonnaise off of the Furby. He's okay. Well, seems a long slide Glock didn't do the trick. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor and give it a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, let me know what you thought about the long slide Glock in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time. Wait a minute. Wait, I forgot something.